shall we? I think so. Catch this light at 1 or 2 or whatever it is, and see the latest here. Late-ish March 24th or 25th. Out here with my beautiful doggy. And, okay, I'm going to really try to be good about not sweeping the camera around a lot. Okay, Albert? And every other poor soul that has to watch I guess it's like an expression of kind of a scattered mind, isn't it? I'll try to avoid that. We have the beautiful Chionodoxas, these light pink. They look almost white in this bright sunlight. And they are just flowering. The very first here of the blue ones coming in under those two. And what's exciting about these to me is that there are 3,000 or 4,000 of them, 3,000 I think, that I planted down in the upper section of the flower field here. So those are just as the crocuses are finally giving up their ghosts. The Chionodoxa, Glory of the Snow, are going to be starting to make a show down there a little bit. It'll be subtle because they're such tiny flowers. I am just so in love with these Grecian wind flowers, these anemones that have this sort of slightly parsley looking greenery. Even when they're not flowering, let's step over here where there's a nice little spread of them. Kind of alone in this pot for now. This pot has the lovely and Dr. Seuss-like Leatrice in it, which doesn't come up till a little later. But yeah, these windflowers, I can't picture a world with too many windflowers in it. There's quite a few in here. The daylilies coming in strong. They're gonna have a great year. My chives, thank you, friend and neighbor Deanne. They're coming in nicely. I'll eat lots of those. So very good. Let's move along. Looks as if I just caught the light. Just caught the light out here, which I have made it a habit of missing. And nothing too exciting, just growth as usual. Some Chionodoxa in here. All these tulips coming in nice and full in this planter with the... oh, come on, you old brain. Honeysuckle. Right? I think so. Yeah. Anyhow, I did slap in of these 3 little groups of 5 giant hyacinth here, coming up like they are wont to do. And up the steps. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Tulips coming in with that same odd thing of the big gap in the middle. Don't have any ideas about what that's about. And the daffodils are just starting to rocket along here. We can still see a handful tucked in there of the iris reticulata, those pixie iris. Really like that particular daffodil. I love the ones with the dual colors, with the orange cups and the yellow petals. Very nice. Yes. And this bulb lasagna is rocking it. First of the lilies in this pot, just thrusting up, pushing the soil out of the way. Here we go. And I see Chionodoxas in here of various colors. I see what are perhaps ranunculus coming up. I think that's this fellow here. And this little plot, my new area with the daffodils and Chionodoxas looking nice. Keeping in mind, these projects are years to the fruition. I picture this in 5 years when it will be rich and full with the daffodils and Chionodoxa, and I'm going to plant, I've got a couple of things like freesia and something else I'm going to tuck in there in between in the gaps that are more of a summer bloomer. So we'll get some phases and stages there. Now look at this, shall we? These are some very lovely windflowers, Grecian windflowers. Ah, am I right? Can we get even closer? I'm sure it's possible. Well, anyhow, let's not worry about it. I'll probably screw things up if I do that. This flock, is that the right word? Flock of daffodils? A school of daffodils? Anyhow, they're going to be fantastic. They're coming soon. Yeah. It's funny, every time I sort of choose a time to make a video, there's always this part of me that's wanting to kind of hold off because I know, because I'm aware of how much better it's just going to be tomorrow. That's the fun part about this time of year. And later, it's less fun. Clematis looking nice. This is the year for the clematis, as I said in my previous video. I cleared out all those lilies that were hogging up all the root space. And the two new ones I planted in here, this guy and this one, are looking quite happy. We'll see how they do in their first year. As the wise ones say, with the vines, the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, and the third year they leap. And my experience with clematis was a little different because I planted them in these 4 larger pots along the railing here. In the first year they slept, in the second year they slept, in the third year they slept, and the fourth year, you see where I'm going with this. It's been kind of frustrating, or not frustrating as much as maybe just disappointing. This sweet area is not quite happening yet. Let's see how the lovely pathway is looking with the daffodils. Oh my gosh. And we're just days away, I think, from the amazing smells, from amazing smell time from some of these giant hyacinths. I'll get closer in. I just want to take a look at these scilla here. The Siberian blue, I believe. The Siberian blue scilla. And there is, in the same colors precisely, there is a giant hyacinth. Oh, dude, I think I just, oh yeah, I'm getting the smell. I'm getting a little bit of the smell. Oh, man, I am going to really try to spend a lot of my time out here. Oh, I've got these little sort of low-slung camping recliner type chairs that I moved them out of the garage where they were being useless and put them over here under my deck so they're close by. So it'll be very easy to just bring my book and my cup of coffee or whatever out here. Let's not miss this. Ooh, yay! The grape hyacinths are looking just simply grape. They're looking very grape. Yeah. I think this area is going to be fun. It's so funny how I just didn't seem to register that I could just stick some stuff in here so easily. There was very little prep that had to be done. All that had been growing here was this blueberry and bamboo. And when I say growing, I'm using that in the most generous possible way, because this bamboo I planted 7 years ago. Boring. All right. Yeah. I think I might not walk down below to look up at the daffodils just because I have my Birkenstocks on and I'll get all this crap in my socks. So anyhow, the daylily serpentine area is rich with many daffodils, quite lovely. The daylilies seem like they're going to be happy this year. I'm sure they're very excited to have heard through the grapevine that I will in fact be watering them through this summer. I know, it's so novel. What a revolutionary, visionary kind of guy I really am. And you see here, some of this Chionodoxa. That's one of the thousands that are in here. Again, I don't know how much they're gonna make a show of themselves because of the tininess, because of their relative tininess. There needs to be 20,000. That would be something. Well, I'm complaining. I wasn't though, was I? But if I were to complain about something, and it doesn't even look like it matters anymore, but man, my doggie, she was out here the other day with me, and you can't really see in the video. I don't think it's going to show up. Is it going to show up? Let's see. Probably not. There's a very light haze of green along this in this soil, and it's from the million or so wildflower seeds all just starting to come in. They're not going to really be interesting until like May. But I was out here the other day with her, and that little beast, she was like running around. She had the zoomies in this delicately prepared soil with this sprinkling of seeds that are all just coming in, little babies just coming in. She was running back and forth and doing like jump turns, and every time she was just tearing up the soil and killing all my little babies. Oh my God. Oh, humanity. Isn't this awesome? There are still crocus here. Truly delightful. This area is going to get so good. You know what? I've completely forgotten about my resolve, my stated resolve at the beginning of the video to not swing the camera around. And so now I don't, because I haven't been mindful of it, I'm guessing I probably haven't been doing it, you know? It seems to be those things kind of go hand in hand. Sort of, usually. It's very helpful to be mindful. That looks like a dead bee. Aw. The bees love my flowers. How cool is that? Kind of doing just a single take here, looks like, largely, which is cool. And I'm keeping it under 15 minutes. High five. Don't want to throw my shoulder out, patting myself on the back or anything. I see my hydrangea is looking healthy. Nice buds coming in here. And my new baby hydrangea down here also coming in well. Coming in good. Coming in goodly. I'll go up my friend Naya's, I call them Naya's Memorial Crappy Steps. But I love him. But these steps do test one's abilities. That's all I got, friends. It's a gorgeous, beautiful, peaceful day up here. I have been in a whole new kick after years, really, of largely neglecting my musical impulses, short of spending quite a bit of time playing my bodhran. But all the tech stuff that I have used, during a recent visit, I had a friend here for a couple of weeks, and he helped re-inspire and light the fire of enthusiasm about making music again. So I've been like a madman. I'm so grateful that old me, I'm so grateful to the me of the previous months who's been so industrious about keeping up with everything and taking care of everything and having everything pretty much up to date, so that I can just get fully immersed in these 12-hour days of total geekery, moving between playing with my gear and my tech and figuring everything out and polishing out all the little problems, and also continuing to develop my music theory and rhythm. And wait a minute, this isn't a garden tour. Pay attention. Oh my goodness.